Okay, well, we should be live. We are normally playing Cyberpunk Red on this alternate Saturday, but we've got several folks out. So we're just going to do another small game in its place. Very fun little game called Paranormal Wellington, a silly, spooky role-playing game based in James's part of the woods. Yeah, so I will be relying heavily on Jameis to help me pronounce certain words when we come to it, or if we come to it. Yeah. So our faces tonight, we're going to do character creation because it's real quick and all the basics of the game right here on stream. So we'll just introduce our players tonight. Kelly, introduce yourself. Anything you want to plug?
Oh, hello. No, nothing at all.
No.
Thank you for having me.
Nothing. Although Kelly does run a Blade Runner game, which we will soon be wrapping up, I think. Another session or two on Tuesday nights.
Yes, indeed.
Next Tuesday coming up. Jameis, introduce yourself. Yeah. Anything you want to plug?
Sure, I'm Jameis. I'm in fact friends with the guy who wrote this. So if you have any compliments, I know him well. If it's absolute crap, I've never heard of him. I've just thrown in a link to his site where you get the thing. I'll give you the chat there.
And if we destroy it utterly in our play tonight, we'll blame you. It's all you. It's all you.
Mm-hmm.
It's all you. Kim, introduce yourself and anything you want to plug.
Oh, my name is Kim. I don't really have anything I want to plug at this time. So.
Okay. Well, folks, we will follow along with me here. This is based on Powered by the Apocalypse engine, a very simplified version. So each of you has a character. So go ahead and open up your character sheets, and we will follow along on the screen here. The first thing we're going to do is actually create your actual who you are, not your characters, but who you are combined, as in your premise. So the organization. Now, would you guys like to choose from a menu of choices, or would you like to randomize?
How many
Randomizing
options
would
are
be
there?
fun.
There are 8 options or 7 options.
7 options.
Seven
Good with
options.
either.
So is this 3 votes for randomize?
I vote for
Chaos.
randomize,
Chaos
yeah.
all the way.
All right,
Chaos
so we'll
all
just
the
go
way.
down. We'll go down down from the top. Kelly, roll me a D7. The command in the tabletop here is just /R and then 1D7 with the space between the R and the 1D7.
Sorry, 1D7R?
/R space 1D7.
/R.
I should have put my little dice icons on here for a quickie, but I did not.
That's the main thing is going to be when we actually do the roll itself.
There we go. 7. You are a cozy book club now spinning wildly out of control. That is your organization, a cozy book club. Your recording arrangement. This is how you get your material out there to the public. Jameis, roll me a D7.
All right.
A 1.
Ooh, fair
It
enough.
is a careful, long-form podcast that your book club puts out. And how do you
it's very-
discover?
Very much murders in the building vibe at the moment.
And now, how do you discover your information? This one is only 5 choices. So, Kim, roll me a D5. So, /R space 1D5.
Okay. Or
Okay. I will roll this one. Okay. Because the way that you get your discovery of information is one of you is just psychic enough. And that's going to be Kim's character, who's just psychic enough.
cool.
Okay. The next thing on your character sheet, you have off to the left here is description. This is just a one or two word phrase that sums up your job, what you do, or how you see yourself. It could be something like computer expert, a researcher, a Tai Chi instructor, a keen tramper. What is that, Jameis?
Trying to think. I do have a vague care. I was wondering what would be a good descriptive one. I'll just go something. First thing I was talking about, academic historian.
Oh no, I was asking what does the phrase keen tramper mean? It is a bit of
Main thing is just you go walking out in the woods and that.
okay, someone
You're
who's good
tramping
at
around.
walking about in the woods. Okay, so those are just some ideas, but all of you just go ahead and fill in that spot on your character sheet where it says description. And when something comes up where that description matters, it will give you something of a bonus. And just call out when you guys each have that.
Yeah, I'll go with the one I blurted out before. So I didn't know you asked me a question.
This is modern day. I should classify things. This is modern day. This is in Wellington, New Zealand. Which I know nothing
And
about.
as far as the three of you have any idea what that means, just to be clear, I live in Wellington, so I've the place well known.
We will blame you, Jameis.
Just for a background while you're thinking about it, there was the movie What We Do in the Shadows, which was the comedy one about the vampires, and then that featured two police people, and they got that, and that was set in Wellington, New Zealand, and that got spun off into its own TV show, Wellington Paranormal, and that's what this is based. So that's where this is coming from. And basically, it's a case of the week where these two bumbling police officers go around to investigate something strange that's happening, usually getting the wrong end of the stick and getting through more by luck than anything else, and completely oblivious usually to some of the wider stuff that's going on.
That was option one under organizations, the secret division of the local police.
That's exactly what this is. And they have the documentary crew following them, and they just encounter paranormal part of the job because that's they go out and investigate crimes and that is
cool.
But they might go investigate sort of a dispute between neighbours who happen to be werewolves, but the fact that they're werewolves is completely incidental to the crime that they're investigating.
Kelly, did you come up with your description?
I did, yes.
Okay,
it is
what is
bean
yours?
counter.
You're a bean counter. Okay.
Yes.
Always can be useful. Jameis, what is your description?
Academic historian.
Academic historian. Kim, have you come up with one?
I was thinking of something like a very unorganized grad student.
That's perfect. That works just fine.
That'll work.
Okay. There are only 3 ability scores in this game. Use your head, go hard out, and gain cooperation. You have a -1, a 0, and a 1 that you can put wherever you would like. But you must use a -1, a 0, and a 1. So go ahead and fill those out where you would like to put them.
How do we use these? Like, is it just
It's a 2d6 roll. So like if I were to have a 0 and use your head, for instance, if I were to roll that, it's going to show that I rolled a 2d6 and I got a 6, which is a bugger result, meaning I did not succeed and something bad may happen.
Yeah, sweet as, and bugger. Those are very New Zealandish things. Yeah.
Those are the 3 possible results of your dice roll. Yeah. All right, so let me know when folks have got their 3 points assigned. Good, Kelly. How about you, Kim? Kim?
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, everything just kind of went dead for a sec. Okay, and so it was 1, 2, and 0.
No, -1, 0, and 1.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay.
Yep. Oh, and you missed this. I think when you logged on, if you're having some stuttering problems on your computer, go to the cog, go to configure settings and turn the frame rates or maximum frame rate all the way down to 10.
Oh, all
And
the way
that
down.
will-
Okay, got it.
Yeah, all the way down.
Yeah, that's probably what the. There we go.
Yeah, that should improve things.
It did. Okay, got it.
Okay. All right. So the next thing we do is your role. Your role in this little book club of yours. And if you look at the GM screen, you will see that's to the left of the head and shoulders. Audience guide, the awkward about being recorded guy, the distracted guy, the dramatic focus guy, and the recording helper. If you click each one of those, it'll just give a short description of what it is, but they're kind of meeting their descriptors pretty well there. Once you decide what role you should, actually, you guys should talk it out between you, but you can just drag it and drop it onto your character sheet. Actually, no, wait, I take that back. At the top of your character sheet, you see where it says playbook.
Yes.
At the top right, you would just select it in there.
All right.
Once you decided.
Okay.
I threw this together in the hour before we started streaming. So.
Does anyone have any then roles that they are partial to? That they really want to play?
It's good to have at least one audience guide. If you're not sure, recording help is like the default.
I like recording helper. It sounds fun, but
And then the others are sort of making it more sort of just sort of gives you impetus for what you want to do. Like awkward about being recorded, being awkward on screen, but you sort of want to try and resolve that. Distracted means something else is coming out to you. Not, it's entirely all dramatic focus. It's all about you. This is your story. So not to Kim, you can play whatever you want, but distracted or dramatic focus might work well if you're a bit psychic. I don't know. Just throwing it out there. Might be a good thing. You can be whatever you want.
When you have decided your role, pick the corresponding move that goes to the role and just kind of drag and drop it onto your sheet.
is there one then, Kim and Jameis, that calls to you?
Kim?
Kim, can you hear us? Uh-oh. Maybe not.
It's not.
How do you feel about two people? But
Oh yeah, we can muddle through with two people. The expected size is one person leading and 2 to 3 people playing, so it still works. But I think I think the virtual tabletop might have been a bit much for her laptop. We'll find out in a second.
yeah. Also, when you make the change to the FPS, you have to make sure you save changes and not just close it. Otherwise, it doesn't.
Yeah, good point. Oh, hopefully,
So that's an important factor. Well, I'll go audience guide.
You're going audience guide?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do recording helper then.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's see if I drag it correctly. No.
Oh, yeah, audience guide.
Oh, you select it. Okay. Where do I drag recording helper move to?
Just on the sheet.
just drag it anywhere on your sheet, and it will drop it right into the recording role.
I see. Sorry.
Yep, that's fine. And then when you want to roll it, if you roll the little bag that's to the left of the so if on the screen, if you're looking at it on Twitch, it will roll my audience guide
Okay.
skill there. What did you choose, Kelly?
Oh, sorry. I'm a recording helper.
Okay, you're going to do the recording helper. All right, that works. Okay, so as far as the rules go, it's basically all 2d6 rolls, and it's broken up into the 3 results, which is, again, booger, yeah, nah.
Yeah. Fun.
And
Yeah. The boogers where you get on your nose.
and sweet ass are the results. When someone helps you, and it doesn't matter how many people helped you, but if someone helps you, you see in the box where it says forward. Just click the plus to put a +1 there, and it will make your next roll with a +1.
Okay.
Yep. So yeah, Kim's computer was not able to handle Forge. She's trying to get back in, and I will remind her to hit the save button after dropping the frame rates. That's probably exactly what happened. Forge is awfully cool, but boy, is it system intense.
Kelly, quick, what's the name of our podcast?
Yes. What is the name of your podcast?
Oh, did you tell us?
No, you have to tell me. What is the name of your podcast?
Oh, fuck. Don't put me on the spot.
You're the bean counter.
Right? I count numbers. I move numbers from one column to another column.
You would know which name would fit the better numbers then, you see. That's how that works. That's logic right there for you.
Yeah, I'll convert the letters to numbers and hash it together into a...
Given that we're book club and stuff.
What kind of books do we determine what kind of books we read? I know we do a long form podcast.
So it would be on odd occurrences.
Yeah.
Everything from conspiracy theories to mystical events to UFO sightings to everything in between.
Okay, so I don't know New Zealand slang, so maybe this is wrong. I would maybe call it, because I'm not creative, because I'm an accountant, slight oddities.
Okay,
I don't even know. I don't know if that means something wrong.
No, that's just a generic phrase. I don't think it's going to score high in your rankings, but that's what we're called.
But that's perfect for a bean counter.
Yes.
Yep.
We are risk adverse. We don't want to piss anyone else off. We just take what we can get.
Okay.
Yeah, that works.
So if you're a Tata, welcome to a new episode of Slight Oddities.
Well, I tell you what, let's while we're waiting for Kim to get back on, Kelly, why don't you read what it is your role does?
Yeah. I am the recording helper, so I think that I know what I'm doing to set up the equipment and get it working right and balance all the levels and the things and all the other technical terms I read about in the Dummies book that I bought and only read the first chapter on. So sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't quite. You know, the picture, if we're videotaping, the picture might not have recorded, or I pressed the wrong button, or we're zoomed in, or out of focus, or whatever, right? Like, nothing ever goes perfect with me.
Okay.
It's
awesome.
a learning experience.
Nice.
And that's why we've never been able to record any supernatural or paranormal activity.
It's always really blurry, or it's your pointed the wrong way.
Yeah. Oh shit! I forgot to hit record. Sorry, guys. Oh, there's no memory card in there. I don't know how that happened.
Or even more perfect, your medium is a podcast, so you just describe the picture that you took.
I'm looking at this really great photo we took.
Yeah. We want to be a video blog, but I just
if
haven't.
You look
been
here.
able
This frame here perfectly captures when the vampires came in.
Yeah.
They're just put in as show notes, really grainy photos because your upload is really bad. Jameis, what role did you take?
I took the Idiot's Guide. I'm basically the narrator of the podcast. I say what's going on. I try to explain what's happening, what's going on. If I do it before we do something, then that gives us a bit of an extra bonus. But I'm the one trying to make sense of everything that's happening.
Okay. So when you're playing the game, always act as if there is an audience that you can talk to at any moment. When you address the audience before you do something, or you hash out a plan, when you kind of bring the audience into it, it will turn out potentially better for you for doing it that way. All right, we'll give Kim just another minute or two, and then we'll just go ahead and start. So, I don't know anything about Wellington, but we're based in Wellington. All right, Kim. What we failed to tell you is when you lower the frame rates, make sure you hit save at the bottom. So that may be what happened. Can you hear us, Kim?
Oh, that's not. We're sitting in mute now, but if you
I was muted on my headphones this time. That's wonderful. But yeah, and we're having weird weather tonight, and that might have been some of it too. So
okay, yeah. The frame rate thing I know is a killer for some machines too. But we have our psychic back. Did you get to choose what role you wanted to play?
Oh, did everybody else choose?
Yes. So Kelly, again, you are
I'm the
recording
helper.
The recording helper. Jameis, you are
audience guide.
The audience guide.
Oh, okay. I'll just be awkward.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So when you look at awkward, so at the top of your sheet there, pull down where it tells you what your class is, and just put awkward there, and then go under the GM sheet under moves, and just kind of drag and drop awkward onto your sheet.
Okay, got it.
Got it? All right. Mm-hmm. Okay, so they named your book club, and that name is, Kelly?
Simple Oddities.
Simple Oddities.
It's changed.
What was it before?
Slight Oddities.
Slight.
Oh, well, there's no note. I'm gonna get Notepad open. I'm not.
Slight Oddities is the name of your book club and your podcast, long form podcast. Kim, you guys want to give yourselves names, or do you just want to use your names for this little traipse into this game? Let's just use your own names for this. Why not?
Yeah.
Why not? Kim, your character is just a little psychic.
Okay.
Just a little psychic. And so you guys are doing your normal meeting in probably the public library. You got one of the little meeting rooms that you're talking over, hashing out what your next episode is going to be. You're looking at newspaper articles. Nothing is really hitting the spot. And then Kim comes in a little late, as she often is, being a bit awkward, and it takes her some time to get the visions out of her head. But you had a really bad night, Kim. You were having visions of demonic children. Jameis, do you guys have kind of a boardwalk area, a place near like some water where like you have carnivals, or there's like
just go for overseas terminal. It's a quicker shorthand for what you want.
Okay, all right. So
that's what you're doing, carnivals and that around the overseas terminal area. So.
You're having this dream of demonic children causing all kinds of problems down there. And when you get these visions that are this strong, you always know it's a good story when you act upon it. So you just told your two compatriots here.
Mm-hmm. And demonic children. Okay. Yeah, so I am having visions of demonic children, and I think that is something we should pursue.
Yep. Yeah. Sounds good there, Kim.
But don't record me.
we need to make this the podcast. That's what we do. This is probably a common conversation we have every time. So.
Right? It would increase viewership, I'm sure, if you were to appear on podcast.
Yeah, I know, but my outfit just doesn't look like I want it to. And it'll just be a disaster.
Oh, so as part of the distracted role, you have to answer the question, what is your distraction?
Awkward. Not distraction.
Oh, not distracted. Awkward. Sorry. Oh, so
I
this
can
is
do distraction too.
no, an awkward is different. Yeah, no, this is the one that you don't like to be on camera. So, like, whenever you roll doubles, bad things happen or can happen. Okay, yeah, this is gonna be fun. All right, no, take off. Go ahead.
Yeah, so did you get a sense of where we should be looking? Demonic children. I don't know of too much demonic children activity in the area of Wellington. It's not a common thing to happen here. Yes, we have children. Okay.
Aren't all children?
Yes, they can be little shits, but
Where were they?
Buy some water. That's what you remember.
Yes. And well, they were by water. A lot of water.
Yeah, Wellington's a harbour area. We're at the harbour, just over there. Yeah.
By the way, this game is all about just going with the flow of the story. So ad lib anything you want. Don't need to ask me if a thing is true. Just weave it in.
We can go for a walk out on the area there. I can't remember. Frankett's Park area or over towards the overseas terminal and see if there's anything around at the moment.
All right.
This is good.
Got your recording equipment, and we can go have a look and sort of.
I was on Twitter reading some comments about that I can stream our video through my phone to like Twitch, and then we can get real-time comments. So I'm ready to set that up today.
Oh, you want to set that up, do you? I think this is the first roll of the game then.
Oh.
I'm ready to go. Let's do this. I've got like I think 500 megabyte data plan on my phone.
Okay. Well, let's see how this goes. This is going to be a use your head roll.
Okay.
So just click on your stat. Actually, before you do that, does anybody want to help in some way? If you help, you'll give him a +1 to his roll. But if he fails, you will also suffer any consequences of his failure.
Yeah, I can help because that way, if I'm helping with the phone, it's not aimed at me recording me. So yes.
Okay. How do you help, Kim?
Well, I think I will just kind of look over his shoulder, I suppose, and make sure everything's working right.
The settings right. Yeah, sure. So right where it says forward, Kelly, hit the plus so that there's a 1 there, and then click on the use your head, and let's see what you get in the roll.
Yeah, no.
Well, that's encouraging.
Okay, so you do it. You bumble through it with Kim's help. So what happens that isn't exactly right, but it kind of does what you want?
Yeah, it's very laggy, and it only seems to record like 1 frame every 10 seconds or something.
Okay.
Apparently there's some settings that Twitter didn't tell me that I had to toggle. You know, those Twitter comments, it's tough to filter through them.
Okay.
So, you know.
Okay. And I think I'm also going to add that you've already got several spam messages showing up on your test stream inviting you to, increase your car's expired warranty and such.
And that's standard Twitch. That's no matter. It's nothing to do with what you roll. This is standard.
So you got it.
Save those for later.
You set your phone up with Twitch. You can stream, although it's going to be laggy, but you got the comments going, which is the important part.
Yes. I'm going to try and get it to notify us when we get a comment.
Okay.
And then we'll see what happens if we get anything good. But look, there's one viewer. We have one viewer. Oh wait, that's me. Well, how am I supposed to do this without viewing my stream? I don't get this.
Yeah, amazingly, you'll not set yourself as a mod role. So
what's a mod? No one. There's nothing in here, and I'm flipping through the through the instructions. Like, there's nothing in here about the mod role. What am I? I'm just gonna bury my face in the phone trying to figure.
Yes.
So then now this, and of course the stream is being recorded on my phone.
Yeah, it's got a great shot of the inside of the public library's one of their rental rooms.
Well, I've got the wrong camera on, so now it just like sees my forehead, and I'm just.
Oh, there you go. It's got the
Staring.
reverse camera on, so
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
got a, you know, he's just got the shot of your like very large pores on your head. Or
Yeah.
All right. Well, now what? Now what?
Oh no, we go for a walk over to Frankfurt's Park or see if there's something there.
Okay.
That's where children tend to hang out by the waterfront over there. They've got a bit of a.
Okay. So,
Hey,
Jameis,
yes,
how
sir.
is public transport in Wellington?
It's small enough. Well, the area is small enough that we could just walk there without being too much
Okay.
of an
So
issue.
you walk. You walk. It's a somewhat busy day. There are folks out. Everything looks kind of normal. There's the water. Kim, you're getting around a part that you kind of remember from your dream. There's some colorful billboards here. You couldn't, because it's a dream, you can't read words in your dreams. It's just jumbled lettering. But you're seeing some very brightly colored billboards now that are just, it's an advertisement for some new fragrance that's coming out.
Oh yes, this
But
looks familiar.
Yeah, but you remember the bright colors. And you do see a group of kids. You figure preteens, 12, somewhere in there, perhaps. And they seem to be very excitable as they're jumping up and down, yelling really loudly, speaking in a language you're not quite sure what it is. The adults around them are giving them a very wide berth. One matronly woman comes out and tries to scold the kids about causing such a scene. And you see this little boy turn around and his eyes flare red and little beams of energy come out and the woman's clothes burst into fire as she goes screaming, and a helpful man just pushes her off into the water to put her out. The kids start cackling madly and continue to talk in this weird kind of sing-songy language that you just can't quite make out.
Oh. Well, the flames are not in my dream, but I think these are the children.
Are you sure? How can you be sure?
I mean, these are children. They do that sort of thing at times after they don't they?
Right? Like, I don't have any kids of my own. But
I don't think the flame thing is typical of children. I mean, they do.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you say so, I really won't. I wouldn't know.
Yeah. Well, I don't recognise the language they're speaking. It's quite an unusual one. No English, no Maori, and neither of those seem to fit the bill here. It's quite the odd connection of syllables. We can go and try and talk to the kids and see what they're up to.
Oh, before you talk to the kids, let me get the camera set up. I need you to guide through talking to the kids. So I'll set it up, but I can't quite figure out how to change the camera to the back camera. So I'm either holding it in front of me and not knowing where I'm recording, or I'm standing in front of the picture so I can see where I'm recording, and then half my face is in the recording.
Okay. So as you're doing this and you're getting a little closer to the scene of these preteens just running amok as they're going around, and like some of them are causing shoes to be untied telepathically as they're staring at someone's shoes, and the shoelaces just burst open and they intertwine with each other, knocking the people over. People's belts certainly come undone and the pants are dropping, and they're all just having a great old time, just causing all kinds of mischief. You guys are getting closer and you can hear a little clearer what they're all speaking. If you guys want to give me a use your head roll to see if you can figure out what language it might be, now that you can hear a little clearer.
Okay.
Yeah, medium.
That is, use your head.
Average across the state.
Okay. So all of you maybe just from watching a bunch of horror shows, or maybe you actually had a classical education, you can make out that it's Latin, but none of you can really understand what's being said. It's like, yeah, it sounds like Latin.
Oh, that's quite an unusual.
Hmm.
Kids these days with the education they pick up, especially in Latin, it's going to be quite a useful school in some areas. You know.
Maybe it's making a comeback, right? Like I don't follow what kids do these days. Maybe that's how they communicate, so that the adults don't understand them. Maybe it's perfectly normal. Maybe these are normal kids.
Hmm.
No, I don't. Oh, they are very, very efficient with their telepathic pantsing. I still don't think these are typical kids.
As a system note, when you guys are making conjectures about why something might be, or trying to figure out a clue as to what you're doing, so like if you talk to your audience as you're doing this, you guys can make a roll on use your head, and it will kind of tell you if you're hot or cold, perhaps.
I'm gonna take the
I
phone.
actually quite like Kelly's. That sounds like a good thing, Kelly. Because these days they don't like to speak their own language. Perhaps they are learning how to do things by themselves and happen to have picked up some odd side effects of having to pick up this language that they don't think the adults will get.
Oh, that's an interesting idea. Let's ask the audience. What does the audience think? So I'm gonna ask the audience. I ask the audience. Well, audience, those of you who are listening and watching, at 1 frame per 20.
No, the chats are coming by like in real time. Unfortunately, the video is lagging. So most of the chats are all about, fix your sucky video.
I'm looking.
Your podcast is better.
I'm working on the video. This is the first time. It's an older iPhone. It's just not. Anyways, okay, and that's about the video. That one I don't want to repeat out loud. All right. Does anyone have anything to say about the kids speaking Latin?
There are a few posts saying, do gangs use their own languages? Question mark.
I'll ask the question to Jameis and Kim.
Mhm.
The audience has asked the question, do gangs have their own language?
I really don't know. I've never been in one.
Yeah, it's not standard for gangs to do so.
Okay, well, that was a stupid question. What's the next question? Let's see. No, I don't have a hat to cover my... Oh, that was nasty. Okay.
So the way it works is one of you can share what you reckon is going on. And if you choose to make a roll on that, or if other folks tend to agree with you, I'll even give you a +1 to the roll. And that tells us whether or not the lead is a good one, is good, but there are other things surrounding it, or it's just a bad lead. And this would be your audience on your stream would be saying like, oh, that's nuts, or
something about...
So does somebody want to put forth a reckon? What you reckon?
So, does anyone know Vigo the Carpathian? I'm getting comments about it's related to Vigo the Carpathian.
And you can do this whenever you want. I'm not saying you need to do this now.
Okay.
You can dig some more first before you get some more ideas of what's going on.
I don't think these chats are helping. Why don't, Jameis, let's record. Let's go forward.
I also want to have a look at the kids. It's not seem to be like any. Does one of them seem to be in particular in charge, or someone carrying a book or something?
Nobody looks like they're particularly in charge. Like they're all, they seem to be conferring with one another before they perform some mischief. No one kid looks like they are the person that is in charge. But taking a better look at them, you do notice that they're all dressed similarly. Like maybe they went to a private school, perhaps, because they all have like a school uniform on, and they're stained with something wet and creamy and gelatinous.
Be careful here, Bert.
I will I will define better. They are covered in ice cream bits. Little bits of cones,
Oh.
rocky road here and there. Maybe that's a moose track on that darker haired kid to the left.
So I'm not too familiar with Wellington culture. Is this normal for kids to shower in ice cream?
Well, Mr. Whippy van has always been rather attractive thing for the kids to go to when they hear that jingle jangle of the green slates. They're all in there. They're all in there. Trust me.
I do like a nice vanilla. You know, there's nothing wrong with vanilla. I don't know why we need to go making all these flavors.
I do. If I go for a treat, I usually go 2 scoops of the flake myself. You know.
All right, Kim, you're slightly psychic. Is there anything you can pick up from these children? You're also the child expert. You seem to know more about them than we do.
Well, I just don't recall ever setting anybody on fire when I was a child, so I figured that was abnormal.
That is a good point. But you know, they maybe they learned it online.
Oh yeah, they learned. It's a TikTok challenge.
What's TikTok?
I will discuss that later. It's probably better you don't know, but it's probably one of their. I wonder, was there an ice cream vendor nearby that maybe they?
You pause and look. You don't see a vendor, but you hear the jaunty chimes of what might be an ice cream truck, maybe a block or two away.
Yeah, that's Mr. Whippy, all right.
Oh, maybe they attacked.
Or possibly the ice cream is contains a bit more than the usual additives. Tip Top's trying out new things all the time. You never can tell. Mm-hmm. Tip Top has been one of our ice cream companies.
Oh.
Maybe the kids are just on a sugar high, and that's why they're burning people's.
To extent, actually, sugar high isn't actually that much thing. It's more like the attention they get, which makes them all ramped up, rather than the sugar itself.
Okay.
I mean, the sugar high these days are nothing compared to the ADHD medications that they take. So, you know.
Yeah, really.
This sounds like we want to track down the Mr. Whippy van. We can go and have a look and see what's up with them. See if it's more sort of their practice more following the ice cream truck, or if the ice cream truck, in fact, if they did attack the ice cream truck, we can see if they did. So yes. Follow the spurges of ice cream.
You guys start following the jaunty little jangle of some musical theme that makes you think of your younger days when ice cream trucks used to prowl the towns in search of spare change to wrinkle out of you. Oh, now they take credit cards, of course. You
still got the around bit.
You dart down a thoroughfare, and there's a few adults that are kind of drunkenly staggering around. They're heading in your direction, and one of them kind of drops down, puts his head on his hand, or his hands on his head, and starts moaning, and bat wings tear out of his coat from behind him. They start flapping, raising him into the air, and he looks frightened, not knowing what's going on, as these giant wings just propel him into the air. Another woman who is dressed very, very well, very fashionably. Her sun hat, is torn asunder as horns grow out of her head, and she's just shocked. She's trying to keep the hat on her head, and she just kind of crams it down on the horns, which are now growing through the hat. She's looking shocked. She's looking at herself in the mirror of a nearby store, just screaming silently to herself. Others are starting to grow large canine teeth and start salivating, and they all kind of head in your direction as they look very confused, but at the same time they've got a very hungry look on their face as they kind of start ambling towards you.
Oh, they must know where the ice cream truck is.
Of an ice cream headache.
Well, they've already had the ice cream.
Yeah. So this is the ice cream headache. I advise you to have some nice cool water or something just to wash it down. It'll go away.
I'm gonna be like, chat. Did you see what happened? Jameis, describe what we just witnessed. I don't think chat could see. They say all they can see is my nostril.
Well, they're still buffered back about 30 seconds, so they're just seeing the wings to sprout now. People are exclaiming about your sick graphics.
Yeah, sick means good, right? I'll never understand this terminology.
Okay, well, this group of transformed adults is between you and where you're hearing the slowly receding sounds of an ice cream truck.
Suddenly, I just don't think I want ice cream anymore. It's just a feeling. I don't know why. I like my teeth where they are.
Maybe we should get some and research it at the university, because it seems like a lot of all this is centered around ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
But if the ice cream is is over there, and these people with teeth and horns and wings are between us, what does chat say? How does chat recommend we solve this? Let's go to chat. Let's ask the audience.
Yeah, it doesn't work like that, Kelly. It's not the way it works.
They want me to introduce myself to the one with the teeth. Well, that just doesn't sound like a good idea.
Something about show feet.
Yeah.
More hooves and clothes, more sort of cloven hooves and feet.
You're being asked for your OnlyFans page.
Hey, we have fans. That's our podcast. OnlyFans, go to our podcast.
We'll discuss that later. We'll get into that later, not right now.
Will that be before or after TikTok?
Much after, yes.
Okay. Right. Well, we don't. Yeah, I'm still trying to learn how to do this streaming.
It's a downward spiral of corruption. It starts with TikTok and it ends at OnlyFans.
So if we need to get past these people, what we're going to do is we're going to go up to them and try and bait them away towards each other, and then sort of get out of the way so they crack into each other, so they attack each other, and they just go after each other while we can then slip past.
All right, make it so. I'll record. I've got the camera ready.
Okay. Okay. So let's.
I don't know if that counts as an explained before.
Who's doing it, and who is? So this is more of a direct action thing. So who's doing it and who's helping?
I'll do it because.
Okay, the person doing it, you can either use your head as you're trying to figure out the best way to kind of get them to fall into each other, or gain cooperation as you're trying to get them to do something.
And cooperation, always.
Okay, so Jameis is going to run at them to do something, and you can explain what it is you're doing in a moment, but is anyone going to help him? And if so, how? You can just say yes right now until you hear what Jameis's plan is. His masterful plan, of course.
I've gotten a low battery warning, so I'm going to deal with that one first.
Okay, so Kim's going to help. So Jameis, what is your
I'll help.
Man, if you could, if you come over here, please, we'd like to talk to you. But actually, just move out of the way. Get the other guy in between us, so he sort of goes towards him. And actually, you after him, are you? No, perhaps you over there can help and come over here and get out of the way of this person.
You're trying to direct people to fall into each other and confuse them. Okay, so Kim, how are you going to help this happen?
Yeah, I can probably see if I can help kind of corral them. Go over there.
Yeah. No, he meant there. No, over there. He meant go over there.
Whoops, okay. I on the way you tripped up and went that way.
I'm going to move these people in between me and the camera as much as possible, but...
Ooh. All right. So luckily you're not rolling, Kim. So there's no risk of doubles for you. Jameis, go ahead and give me a gain cooperation roll. Go ahead and put the +1 on the forward there at the bottom so that it'll give you the +1. And look at that. Sweet ass. You do the thing. You get them to bump into each other, and they start kind of tearing at each other. Nobody's doing actual harm. It's more like they're getting. Oh, you describe it. This was your thing.
Yeah, it's just that go for each other. It's just like it's um, it's because they're all sort of trying to fight each other. No one's really succeeding at any given point. And so it's just someone goes to lunch for one person, that person at lunch was actually going after someone else, so they just sort of get out of the way in the time. But they never quite managed to get each other. But they're all focused on each other at the moment, thinking each other is the target for getting away.
They get all tangled up in each other's clothing, and they've got these new wings and fangs and claws that they're not used to, and they just kind of fumble around, allowing you to pass by. Even you, Kelly, as you're trying to get the frame rates to improve on your camera, manage to stumble by them as you go down this alley. You can hear the ice cream truck is stopped. There are several paying customers in front, swiping credit cards, in cash. You hear the jaunty tune playing, and it has kind of almost menacing undertone. Some deep, dark bass, some sick bass in the background of those jaunty little notes.
I'll never understand this music you young people listen to.
Yep. It looks like people are just sliding their cards and putting the coins in. It's like almost like a vending machine. Like you don't see a person inside the van that's actually handing out the ice cream.
Actually, Kelly, can you try and take a moment to record the music and then filter it through some of your equipment to see if there is any other particular signals coming out over the waves?
Yes, that's something I know exactly how to do.
All right, Kelly, use your head. And also take a look at your special moves so that you know when they might come into play and that you can maybe use them.
Where are my special moves?
So on your sheet, the move that you dragged and dropped onto your sheet. So like audience guide, for instance, whenever you explain your process to the audience as you investigate, you roll gain cooperation, and you may get some better things on your next roll.
Okay.
So you guys should have a look at those. So Kelly, go ahead and roll. Use your head to see if you can figure out how to filter out certain bandwidths of this music that's coming through.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Yeah, you got a bugger result. So you actually do filter. Unfortunately, you can quite clearly hear the jangling tune of the ice cream man. You seem to have filtered out the stuff that you wanted to keep and accentuated the jangly tune instead. But as it starts to play out of your cell phone, you see some of the folks that are coming away, taking the wrappers off ice cream sandwiches. You get glazed looks on their face as they take the first few bites, and then they hear the jangling coming out of your cell phone. They start kind of almost like a zombie horde start coming towards you, eyes dilated, mouth slack after they've taken a few bites of the ice cream, and they're attracted by the jangling noise from your phone that you just can't seem to turn off, Kelly.
Well, like I just pressed the button. It says stop. What is this? Like, maybe I should have got a new phone. This iPhone 3 just doesn't seem to be able to keep up anymore. I don't know what to do. Why are they getting closer? Kim?
Hey. Yes.
What do I do? They're getting closer with their sticky ice cream.
Just run.
I don't run. I sit in a chair all day. Running is not in my vocabulary. I'm going to try and hide behind Kim and use her as like a shield.
No.
I'll keep the camera off you. Don't worry.
Yeah, record your forehead.
As if there's ever any choice. Well, the recording stopped when I was doing that audio thing. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, good. Okay.
But the text is still coming through.
They want to know if the lines on your forehead are a tattoo, or do they really represent the state of Idaho?
Idaho? What does Idaho look? And what are you talking about? I don't have any tattoos. Why would I get an American?
Okay, this shambling horde is getting closer as they continue to shove the ice cream they've just purchased into their mouths.
I'm gonna stick the phone in my pocket to try and muffle the sound.
Okay, muffles the sound. This makes them look a little confused. They just kind of walk off as they continue to eat their ice cream.
So that whole signal's now being transmitted over your Twitch stream, right?
Oh, I don't know. How do I check that? Here, let me log in to Twitch. Play my Twitch. Oh, the volume's up to max. Well, that's okay. I need to hear.
You start getting ads asking you to download more memory.
My memory's fine. Thank you very much. I know what I had for breakfast today.
Okay, the music starts again with this ominous undertone to it as the ice cream truck starts to move down the road after its paying customers have left, as it attracts more customers a little further on.
Okay, one of us needs to go and a good move right now will be for one of us to pretend to be a customer. The other, another of us tries to get in the back to see what's going on because there's something very strange happening in that ice cream truck. So that's a good plan for us to try.
I should definitely follow the person getting into the ice cream truck so we can record what we see in there.
You probably need to get the back too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So does that mean, Kim, you want to try and get the attention of the truck and make a purchase? So I'm just thinking, if you don't want to be if you want to go in the back and he's going to record you, that's perfectly fine. I can go and try and get an ice cream. Yeah, that sounds good. I'll go and get the ice cream. You two get in the back and see what's going on.
Okay, but he goes first, so he doesn't record me.
Oh, don't worry. I can edit you out in post. It's okay. It's totally okay.
Isn't this live?
And off we go. And we're walking.
And you're walking. Jameis, you get in the line for the ice cream, and the almost carnival-like tunes start to muddle up your brain a little. So under difficulties, click where it says muddled up. Whenever you use your head, your sweet as will only count as a nah. Until that is cleared. And to clear it, you just need to take a break in the action and have a little bit of downtime to clear it. But for right now, your brain's a little muddled as the tunes you're just drawn into it. Your brain is like, oh, I remember being a kid and all the great ice cream. Kelly and Kim, you approach the rear and you notice that it's got one of these big kind of lever locks on the back end. There are no portholes or windows back here, but there's no lock. It looks like you can just throw that lever up and open the back.
Okay, are you still recording your forehead?
I don't know. How do I check? What?
The chat says, yes, we're still seeing your forehead and nostrils.
Okay, I'll go ahead.
Okay, Kim, you walk up. It's a little rusty. It's giving you a little bit of resistance. Go ahead and give me a go hard out roll.
Got out.
5.
A 5. And you didn't roll doubles, did you? No, you didn't roll doubles. So 5 is okay. So you grab onto it and you lever it, and it starts to creak open a little bit, and then it kind of just freezes in position. One side of it opens up, and Kelly, you are looking into. It's like looking down the throat of a very close creature to you. The inside of the ice cream van it's all organically. It looks like a sphincter. There's some kind of creature in there that's wearing a little white hat. It's maybe 3 feet tall, and it's putting the ice cream into like the little vending machine slots, and it's got this little huge change bucket that it's getting all the change in, and it's pulling the little tape out of the Visa machine, and it turns around to stare at you and just kind of gives you this little mischievous grin. Kim, unfortunately, your hands are stuck to that bar. It's sticky, it's cold, and you try and let go and you can't. You're stuck to that bar as the van starts to slowly creep down the street and you're having to walk fast. to not be
Hey,
dragged along
I'm just
behind
trying
it.
to get
Jameis,
arrested.
you've put your money in the machine and out popped what? What kind of ice cream would Jameis be
Well, that's the
buying?
thing. I was wanting to go. I want to. Actually, I want to. I'm sort of taking my time and
Okay,
letting
yeah,
it
so
out.
you're doing that, and you're walking sideways to keep up with the van as you're still making your choice.
So
It's not
I'm
going
trying to sort of
fast.
draw attention to me rather than to them.
Yep.
That's intention.
I'll tell you
Yeah.
what. That sounds like a roll then. Like so maybe this will influence things. Go ahead and give me a gain cooperation roll.
Cool. That did not help.
Yeah, is exactly what happens. You're having to kind of fast walk to keep next to it.
Yeah.
You're not the only one. There are a few other customers trying to keep a line behind you as they're fast walking to get to this machine.
Yeah. So it's all on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Just make sure he slows down. I'm stuck to the back.
What are you going to do about that? It's you're having to kind of fast walk, like quickly walk, if not just run just a little bit to keep yourself from being dragged. Kelly, you're looking into the back of this thing that's just like a giant, wet, fleshy sphincter with a little goblin-like creature that's feeding the ice cream into these slots that people are buying from on the outside.
Okay. I'm gonna be like, "Hi, wave to our audience." Hello, Mr. Goblin.
It gives the double finger to your audience, and it turns around and moons them. Your ratings go up. You now have 15 watchers.
Well, that's just rude and unsanitary. And now you're putting ice cream in the machine. You didn't want
Kim's starting to miss steps here and there and getting dragged just a little bit as she's able to get her feet back under her, then miss steps and she's dragged a little bit. And she's not able to let go of the back of that van.
Oh shit! Sorry,
A
Kim.
little help. Do you have some hand sanitizer or something? Maybe it'll make it less sticky.
I have some. Yeah, I have some of these Purell Lysol wipes. And I'll just
That might work.
Try and like wipe it there or like squeeze.
Okay,
some of the
you're gonna have to keep up the pace while this car or this van is moving, and you're trying to wipe her hands clean from all this goop that's keeping her on it. Go ahead and give me a go hard out roll.
Okay. Oh, son of a.
Kelly, you start wiping, and you get stuck too.
Oh my
Now
God.
you're definitely being dragged at this point. Kim is still kind of like hopping and running a little bit to keep herself from being dragged. You're just being dragged, Kelly.
These are new jeans. I don't want to wear them out already. Help! Help! Audience! Help! Send help! Call the police! Get an ambulance!
Jameis, you don't seem to be able to distract the van from going. It's starting to pick up speed a little bit. The line is now jogging. The guy behind you is getting very irritated, saying, "Just make a bloody choice!"
Don't make a choice. We're stuck back here. Don't make a choice.
Help me, please.
I'm going to have to do something fairly drastic. I'd like to speak to the manager. My name's Karen.
Ooh, okay. Gain cooperation.
I can try.
Oh, look at that. Okay.
Something's going to happen.
The van comes to a screeching stop. Kelly and Kim, you guys are kind of flung forward as the door slams shuts again. The bar drops, and then you're kind of flung away. So you are now free of being stuck to the back of the van.
Did you get the gnome goblin creature? Did you record him?
I will have to check. Yeah, audience, did we get them? Did you eat? I don't know how to go back in the recording yet. I haven't gotten that far in my book.
Jameis, near the kind of vending machine input controls, a little receipt starts printing out, and it's basically a how was our service? It's got little check boxes on it. There's a little space for a note, but it stopped and idling. The engine revs a little bit, like it's growling. people around you just kind of sidestep you and start putting coins into the machine or swiping cards to get their ice cream out.
Guys, you done back there?
You guys are fine. Your hands are sticky, but you're free, and the van isn't moving now.
Do we want to try and open it up again?
No. I think we've seen all we need to see. We don't want to go through that again.
Okay, I'm going to get some more Lysol wipes out and
Yeah.
we're going to clean our hands off.
You clean your hands off. You get all the sticky mess. It smells vaguely of mint, chocolate, and patchouli oil.
Must be a local delicacy. Yeah, Jameis, what did you find out? What's going on?
So yeah, I'm going to move away back to them and get together.
Okay.
They seem to be receptive to feedback. So what I'm thinking is, if we Yelp bob them into oblivion, perhaps they'll give up and take off. What do you think?
Yeah,
This
we
is
might
an
have to
actual thing that can happen if we get it going.
Can we report them to
is-
the health department?
Well, I can help fill out the form for that one.
Well, no,
I
so
think-
we can, if we can get that, we can get the Twitch people to help us. Also, Yelp bomb as well, and these people here might be pissed off, might be able to talk them into Yelp bombing them as well, and that's just going to flatline their business, and that's just going to kill it.
I think this is a share your reckons.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a use your head roll though, Jameis. I'll give you the +1 because they're kind of throwing back ideas back and forth as well. But you also are muddled still because you haven't had a chance. Chance to clear it.
That's where I put my -1. It wasn't in Go Hard Hours Bangkok.
So let's have that roll.
So the best I'm going to do is that. So let's click the button.
Yep. So
nah.
That is the best you could possibly have hoped for.
Yep.
Okay, so the answer to this one is the lead that you suggest is good, but not the whole story, or it might create additional problems. So there you go. It looks like it is a valid avenue, but something you might not have the whole story yet. So how do you put this into play? You've got this printout asking you how was the service. There's a checkbox that are just bad, neutral, good. It's just a three box that you have to do on. It was your ice cream satisfactory? Same thing, bad, neutral, good.
What I will have is there's a website where you go, submit your feedback here to this website and use this code.
There is a QR code on the bottom of it, and if you snap the QR code, you will be presented with a free ice cream.
Oh!
Ooh, there you go. If we get this QR code out there and everyone gets it, then everyone's going to be wanting a free ice cream, and the business model will not support that many ice creams being given away for free. They need the money, clearly.
And we can use our viewership to help spread this message. We have 17 viewers.
Oh, wow. Is that a record?
Yes, I think so. I think that's about 16 more than we
Also,
usually
we've got the people here in the queue here. You want a free ice cream? Just check this QR code. Free ice cream. Woo!
Can we go to like a Kinko's and like print up the QR code and just hand it out
I
to
have
people?
Kinko's around here.
Staples?
No.
We
don't have that sort of thing around here.
So you're explaining to the audience before you act. So Kelly, give me actually maybe makes an ability roll while following your declared. The results are doubled in effect. Never mind. It's just this will apply to the next thing you do.
Okay. Well, I guess we could just talk to people and show them.
Yeah, no, we just go free ice cream. Scan this code for free ice cream. Just walk around doing that.
Okay, so you're trying to persuade the crowd. So yeah, you know what that role is. Is anyone doing this with Jameis, or are you letting Jameis do it to see what happens to him?
Oh, I definitely think I try and record this and And, I'm trying to
Also-
drum up online support.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're trying to get the online
All right, then take the +1 forward. Give me a gain cooperation roll. Kim, are you in on this? Are you doing something else in the background?
Oh no, I'll help with that too. Get it out
Okay.
faster and all that.
Well, just a +1, but you all will suffer the consequences if he fails.
That's all right. Guess where I put my +1?
Makes it fun, yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and
I
give me
kept
that
that out
roll.
of. Yeah, nah. I kept that. Well, the +1 did the 2 +1s.
Oh, it's just one.
Yeah.
You can never get more than one +1.
Oh, well, I got the +1 from game. So I put my +1 anyway.
Oh, wait, no. I'm sorry. So you can only ever have a +1 in that forward box.
Yeah.
That's what I meant.
So I was just trying to work out if I didn't have both of those, I would have failed. But I had either of those.
So you got now. So here's the thing.
Not quite.
Yeah. So people start passing around your QR code, and they start plugging it in. Sure enough, it goes to a website. What you didn't count on, though, was that they just want a signature. People are finger signing the app. And as they go up, the first guy is like he goes up and he does like the Apple Pay thing, and zero cost. The door opens up, he pulls it out, he starts eating on this this ice cream stick. And he takes a couple steps away, and this just turns to ash. His clothing is on the floor. The ice cream's gone. He's just gone. Which doesn't seem to disturb, oddly, anyone else who comes up next. It's like, oh, here, signs on the app. They get their popsicle out. Reduced to ash. The over the jaunty music, you can now definitely hear a very guttural.
Excellent. That did not work at all as well as playing.
Well, we know not to get the rocky road, so we did learn something.
This keeps going on as you're doing nothing to stop these poor people.
Yeah, no,
They run out of ice cream though, because this is you get something from it. You just there's like a little digital billboard that comes up that says, sorry, out of ice cream, return tomorrow, your codes are good for the next 48 hours. And then the tune comes back up and it starts to quickly move forward.
Follow it back to its base.
You want to follow?
We can follow it. We can try and take over it. Try and take it over and maybe drive it off into the water.
You guys follow behind the city block that it's slowly driving through, and it looks like it's heading right into the wall, the back wall of this building, and you see like the ground kind of just open up below it, and like these hellfire flames shoot out. You can hear the screaming of the damned as like the van just disappears down this hellhole, which is now sealed up and over. You can still vaguely hear the chimes of the ice cream truck as it fades away.
Yeah. Also, sometimes in the show, they get an ending. Not a great ending, they just get an ending, and that's enough.
And that, my friends, is Slight Oddities.
Are you going to sign off?
Yeah, I suppose. Should we for now? Because that's pretty much the end of that.
Well, yeah, it's been a long day. I'm getting tired. I could, go home and put my feet up and watch some football.
Yeah, and we need to see about what's in the ice cream.
Yeah. Jameis, do you want to sign us out? Sum up what we've done and
So, listeners, this podcast will be listeners. So, listeners, and sometimes viewers who may or may not be able to see anything at all. Yes, well, for the moment, we've put abeyance to this ice cream from this hell cream delivery. Hopefully, we might be able to make some more permanent arrangements, but for the moment, we have exhausted it, and we can only hope it'll never bother us again.
Okay. You're using your special talent for audience guide. Go ahead and roll that. So roll the particular skill on your sheet.
Yeah, that's just game cooperation, basically. Oh no, your audience guide 8. Yeah, nah.
Yep. It's got a different things for it. So yeah, nah is not bad. Gain a nice one. So under your nice one, click fill in one of those little circles for a nice one.
Good ones as you have on the sheet because you correct this 1 hour beforehand.
So the next part of that is ask the other players what small thing you missed in your sign out speech for the day.
Yeah, so Kelly, what did I miss in that? Basically, what potential future complication is there going to be? What did I miss?
Well, we got stuck to the truck. Yeah.
That might come back to bite us as we haven't cleaned it all off properly.
Yeah, really.
Your hands are just a little sticky still. Just a little sticky.
And it smells like patchouli a little, which is kind of odd for ice cream.
I just thought they do seem to think they're going to be back fairly soon to collect on those other free ice creams. So.
Oh yeah, I wonder if they have an app or something where you can track them.
You should check the website. Maybe they have a website.
Really.
Maybe they have a MySpace page.
Who wants to do the research? Who wants to look up if they have a page?
I can look up if they have a page.
Okay. Give me a use your head roll.
Oh, 10.
Yay.
They do. Not only do they have a web page, they tell you of the flavors that are coming tomorrow. The web page is remarkably up to date, saying that they are currently out of ice cream, but they also do home delivery. Today's special is Marmite Ice.
Oh. Well, if you want to try it, well, did they say if the special is tomorrow?
Yes. Tomorrow is Banana Nut Sundae.
Oh, that sounds much nicer than Marmite Ice. Maybe it was the Marmite that turned everybody. But they do home deliveries. Should we order a home delivery?
And do you think we can trap them or something?
Yeah.
Good idea.
All right, let's do it. But I need to charge my phone.
Okay, so let's all just kind of put in what flavor we want. Here's the menu.
Okay. You see the menu. You guys make a few orders. Part of the sign out process is that you got to put your signature in there.
Oh.
Here you go, Jameis. We're going to your house. You might as well sign.
I want to read through the terms and conditions and see if there's something there that I.
Oh, you're reading through the terms and conditions.
All right. Through the terms and conditions. Let's read through the terms and conditions.
Okay, it's a use your head roll.
Yeah.
Am I still muddled?
You haven't cleared your condition yet. So to clear your condition, you would have had time to do this. So let's look at that real quick. So to clear your condition, you do have a chat. During a break, you can have a chat with the other investigators. You can chat about anything at all. Your theories, some random trivia. After your chat, you feel better and you can remove a difficulty. So let's say this was your chat. You can go ahead and remove your difficulty.
Still got penalized by my -1, so the odds are not great. Use your head. Yeah, nah. Great.
Well, so the first thing you notice is that the terms and conditions, there's a lot of them. They're in really small 4-point font. And there's actually like a 2-point font plus sign that you got to go in there really carefully. When you hit it, there's like 6 more pages of the terms and conditions.
That's all right. I'm an academic historian. I'm used to reading through lots of fine print.
You're an academic historian. Okay, so this actually would turn a yeah, nah into a sweet as.
Okay.
Because that's what you get if your definition fits the thing. So you're looking at this. It is a contract. You are essentially trading your soul for whatever you've just chosen on the menu.
Right. It's somewhere.
They suggest Rocky Road because, you know, The path to good intentions is a rocky road. Mhm. Yeah.
Oh, and the flavor is a free box. There's an open spot box.
Yes.
What we need to do is come up with an impossible flavor that can't exist, and then I'll sign myself for that, and then they can't provide it, and the contract will become forfeit and null and void, and the whole thing will collapse.
I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a share your reckon.
Yeah.
Give me another use your head roll, and let's see if it's possible that it might work.
I really should not have put the -1 into use the head. No, that's not good. No.
The lead might well be completely useless, and also I will make a move.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a move that I will bring back at a later time.
So that's not going to work. We can't come up with a possible flavor.
Well, you're noticing that some of the flavor choices are pretty impossible as you're already looking through the flavor list. And it's like 13-year-old unicorn ice,
happiness,
dodo bird egg, the color of velvet at sunrise.
Yeah. The color of Tuesday is filtered through mandarin. What?
Yes. So it looks like you can order any ice cream of imaginings or terrors can be ordered.
Oh, that's not going to work.
What if we tell them? But what if we? Okay, so we can order any ice cream.
Yeah.
What if we? Mm-hmm. What if we give them an impossible delivery location? Like the moon or the sun. The sun. Orbiting, we're a teapot orbiting the sun. They'll never find it.
Bertrand's teapot.
Right? I mean,
that would work.
That's a reckon from you, Kelly. Go ahead. Give me a use your head roll. Let's see if it has any bearing.
Okay. Oh, come on.
Ooh, nice.
Sweet as. The lead you suggest is a good one, or if you didn't have a lead in mind, I could suggest one. So, an impossible delivery location seems like it would work.
Okay, does that mean I have to sign it then?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm gonna do the teapot. There's a teapot that's orbiting the sun. A bone china teapot orbiting the sun.
If they put one there themselves and deliver to it, technically that's a valid location. I'm not saying we don't come up with it impossible. I'm just saying that might not be that impossible if they can do it themselves.
Well, not if we say it's in the teapot orbiting the sun, implying.
Well, no. If they put a teapot orbiting the sun themselves, then they can say that's the teapot. Here's the delivery.
So, philosophy is not my strong suit. That's probably a chance we're going to have to take, unless you can come up with. I'm not a lawyer, so.
Do you want to type it in, Kelly?
Oh, yes, it's a thing you can put in an address field. Okay, so it comes up as a valid address.
Yeah, I'll put it in.
Yeah, it does say invalid address.
Oh.
So it has to be a valid and valid address.
That's too smart for us.
Is anyone good with computers? Can we hack through the website code and let them take it?
Does anybody have a descriptor that would allow them to be good? I mean, you can try it, but does anyone actually have a computer-based descriptor?
No,
I do
not really.
Okay. You will still welcome to try it. If somebody wants to try and hack the code to the website.
I was thinking as an alternative to an impossible, so just somewhere that the most holiest place there is, if they're going with the hell theme and that, if they try to deliver to the most holiest place, they might cancel it out, whatever, if they try and deliver there.
Like a Whole Foods?
Well, we do have Holy Bagels.
A church.
Yeah, the Church of the Vatican or something, but I don't. I
Always
suspect the
said
hell may not be
Vatican.
too far away from there anyway. So,
Oh,
Well, you guys have been standing in the streets discussing this for a bit. So, it's a couple of things that you noticed is the folks that transformed or seem to be of odd actions have recovered. The Batwing guy, he lands over the wings, go away. The holes are still in the back of his shirt. He doesn't seem to understand what went on. Unfortunately, the folks that turned into ash are still piles of clothing with ash.
spontaneous combustion. There's no other answer. Perfectly logical.
Jeez.
Could we send them to the White House? Because the White House is pretty secure, right? Like, ain't no way a truck, even if it's like Satan himself is driving it, he's going to get through the White House security. That's an impossible location to deliver, right?
They probably have associates in the White House.
You want to type it in?
Yeah, I don't actually know the actual White House address. Something Pennsylvania Avenue or something like that.
1400 Pennsylvania Avenue. I think. Well, that's the one to go with, isn't it?
Okay. So you get an error in the field saying delivery area is restricted to Wellington.
Well, these people are very not customer centric. Is there like an army base in Wellington that we can send them to?
No, the one that the main army base is up Wanaka, and that's way outside Wellington region. But no, if it was something like that, it'll be something that Bert has to know as well. First, we say that we can convince Bert because this is a shared thing. We just got to come up with a good reckon for where we reckon we can get it delivered, and then come up with a good reckon. Can you try just typing in last week as a delivery location and just see what that comes up with?
All right. I don't have to sign it until they accept the address. So
yeah,
I'll type in a time.
Last week, I like it. Let's see if that works. Let's do this as another reckon. You proposing a reckon.
Okay.
So yeah, give me another use your head roll. Let's see if this is something to work.
Who's rolling?
Whose suggestion was it? Because it was your reckon, or whoever's reckon it was should be rolling.
Seamus.
Yep.
So you can just say no. You can just say no.
No. What happens is it accepts the address field and is asking for a signature.
Uh-oh.
I pass the device back to Jameis. I'm like, it's your idea.
Does it have to be his actual name? Can we put in?
Do you reckon that you could put in a fake name and cause a problem that way, or just some sort of delivery area that way? Is that what you're reckoning?
Yeah, or somebody else's name. But yeah. Let's put in a fake name.
Okay. Let's see if that works. Go ahead. Give me a use your head roll.
Woohoo!
Nice.
Okay. You think it might work? Whose name do you put in? And who signs it?
Maybe it can be the name of my childhood dog.
Dog. Okay. You want to sign it?
Okay, sure.
Okay. So how long ago did you want it delivered?
Well, we said last week, didn't we?
Last week. Okay. And to what address did you want it delivered?
Well, here's what I was reckoning. If we can give a location where they already exist, we can hopefully get them to smash into each other and just overlap.
But you don't know where they were last week.
No, that's what I was doing as a test, so we can then put in a more specific location of 10 minutes ago when they were right there.
So yeah, what location?
And it's only Wellington.
Yeah. You can just use a descriptor. There's no point saying a specific address. That's not going to matter.
Let's see. I don't know. Should we take them to a church or?
Ooh.
Oh no, it has to be extra demonic. I don't know.
Wellington region, you say?
Kim, was that a reckon, by the way? Do you reckon that sending them to a church might be useful?
Yeah, I think so.
Give me another
I like
roll. Give me a
I like
use your head roll.
Aw, I made a mess.
No, that's yeah. I mean, if demons aren't allowed to go into churches, they can't finish the delivery.
Yeah. Yeah, let's.
Mm.
What's a good church? Maybe a
Oh
large
well,
one.
yeah, we'll just name a church.
Okay.
And there's a few ministries around and stuff.
You name a church, you sign the name of your dog, and you get a ping on. I assume you're using your cell phone, Kim.
Yes.
Email has arrived in your box that you must have missed because it's dated a week ago.
Oh Lord. Okay, I opened the email.
Okay, we're sorry we could not complete your delivery. We would like to compensate you by allowing you to choose off this list of menu items: 100 souls, 10 years to your life. We will take your dearest enemy.
We have the creator in chat, by the way. I only just noticed it now. Wasn't really clicking on it. But yeah, we have the creator in chat.
Does anybody here have a dearest enemy?
Right now, them.
Yeah.
Say nobody has like a bad ex or anything like that they want to disappear?
I think we should disappear this company. Can we say that?
Yeah. Let's put in them.
All right, so Jameis and Kelly, you both kind of said it. So one of you make the roll and do the +1. Let's see if this is
Kelly,
a
you roll
viable
it.
option.
Unless you've got the -1, you should roll it.
Am I doing the forward +1?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Maybe you should have rolled.
I just think we're not getting doubles either. Right. Well, we give up at this point. We done with.
Yeah. So
Okay.
let's say you enter that into the field, and it fails because it needs specifics. Like, what's the name of the company or person you would like us to eliminate?
Well, it would have been on the van, right?
Oh, it
The
wasn't.
website should have had it as well. And the terms and
What's
conditions
the
should have.
website? How do we find the website?
Yeah, who's the email
Yeah.
from?
Yeah, you found the website, and actually, Kim, there you go. You've got a name on the email.
Yeah, and the terms and conditions sort of said the party of blah blah blah. Anyway,
Yeah, that's what it said. The party of it, like it never mentions a name. It's very
all right,
vague.
okay. Well, there you go, Kim. You've got the name.
But you've got an
Yeah.
email address.
I'll put the email address in.
It's mstar@hell.com.
Morningstar@hell.com. Wonderful.
First name Lucifer.
Put it in. Okay.
Okay, you put it in. The web page changes. The splash screen has a banner across the top and like crimson lettering that says "Under New Management."
Oh. Well, now they're under new management.
Yeah.
Because we got rid of the former boss.
Yeah.
Apparently,
Yeah.
The
yes.
ice cream flavors have changed now too. You now have the options of the tiers of an entire kindergarten classroom.
Salty.
Yes, they are progressively worse sounding ice cream names.
Oh, okay.
Also,
The taste of the sound a dog makes when you kick it.
That's just
Yeah, I don't think people are going to want these flavors. It might just be me.
Oh, but if they don't want the flavors, then no one's going to buy it, and then they'll go out of business.
Exactly.
We're done. We solved it. There we go.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Will take care of itself. That's my. I'm going to put a poll up in Twitch, and I'm saying, would you buy these flavors? Yes, no, maybe.
That's you reckon, is it? You reckon no one's going to want these flavors?
I'm reckoning no one will want these flavors because everyone likes puppies.
Give me a roll.
I'm reckoning. I'm going to reckon. I reckon.
Oh, look at that.
I reckoned. It
Look
has
at
been
that.
reckoned.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
That's a good one.
okay, you think that might have solved your problem. The flavors of the ice cream seem so disturbing that you don't think that most people would go for it.
There's always going to be someone, because there's always someone.
Always someone. All right. All right. So we're going to do the wrap up now. Then, if you think that you've solved your problem,
We've done something. We've done something.
so explain to your audience how you believed you wrapped up everything.
Well, they are now under new management after I put in the name of the email or the email of that they sent.
Yeah, well,
So
they're now under new management, and the new management doesn't know how to run a company properly, so they're going to destroy themselves with bad marketing. Everyone knows bad marketing is always going to be the downfall of any company.
yeah, they really need to run a focus group.
You are all adding into since you guys have it's a podcast. You're just doing audio for this point because Kelly, the streaming is just not working. It's just not working. You've got the you're just streaming the audio right now, no video. Actually, it's the video of your forehead still and your left nostril. So the way this works for the wrap up is the person that acquired the most what do they call them? Good
nice ones. They're called nice ones, which we have
nice
been
one,
leaving.
yeah. Yeah, so no, actually one of you did. I think it was you, Jameis. You recorded one nice one. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're gonna roll a D6. You're gonna roll add in the number of nice ones you got as well. And since everybody is kind of sharing in this, you can take the +1 forward as well. And you're all going to share in the consequences because you're all talking to your audience. Are you sure you have solved the demonic ice cream van problem?
The best we can get is a year now because we can't get. You need far more nice ones to get anywhere near Sweeters because it's still the same scoring level as that.
Mm-hmm.
So unless I roll really high, we're kind of hosed.
You did.
I rolled high. Yeah, no.
Fairly impressive. The audience notices that you haven't gotten across every aspect of the mystery because someone does point out, I know at least 3 or 4 people that would choose to do that politician sweat gland rocky road. So I think you might have a small problem there, but hey, nice
streamer
guys.
bar food is really popular for some reason. I don't get it.
Yeah. So the loose ends on this one is a matter of fact, the people that would indeed order ice cream flavors of that variety continue to be preyed on. But is that really a problem?
Problem that works
Outing themselves.
So once again, the long form podcast called.
Wait.
What's your name, Kelly?
Slight Oddities.
Slight Oddities has produced another episode in the can. What are you going to call this episode?
I'm going to look to Kim for the episode name.
Rocky Road Rumpelstiltskin, because that's what that little guy reminded me of.
Rocky Road Rumpelstiltskin. And the episode art is a still of the little demon mooning you from the back of the van. That's
no matter what you try to change it to, it just always ends up being that. No matter what you do,
Okay, well, you have mostly successfully solved the demonic van issue. Saving Wellington once more.
Yeah, as I said, they don't necessarily solve the case; they just end the case.
I've never watched the show, but I think if that is the case, you guys have fallen right into that. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, yes, indeed. We're 15 minutes early, but hey, that was fun. That was fun. First time playing this. I'm sure we made a lot of errors. Paranormal Wellington. Pick it up at Drive Through RPG. They got the nice, inexpensive paperback for it as well, which I do
I'll
like to get
just
myself.
throw the link into chat there. And
Yes,
for
please
those
do. Yeah, there we go.
Now, see it, it's tailturn.com, TALETURN.com.
Mm-hmm.
It's
The
including
VTT we're using is Forge. Is it called Forge? I think it's called
the
Forge.
Yeah.
Foundry. Yeah. Okay.
Forge
This
Foundry
it,
Forge VTT.
I threw this character sheet together in the PbtA rule set, which allows you to kind of customize any of the Powered by the Apocalypse systems to work with this. So it's not out there, but you can easily code it yourself using that module. Let's give a shout out here, Jameis. Who's the creator? You said you knew the person?
Yep, Morgan Davies. You can get him, as I said, from that website, or he's on Twitter at the moment, but he's also trying to be on Mastodon more. But at Tailturn, at TALETURN would be the Twitter name for the handle for that specific instance.
Cool. All right, well, let's do sign-offs. Tomorrow, Sunday, I'm going to be running some more of my playtest for Bloody Appalachia. This is not in the backer's hands just yet. We're just, I'm editor layout on that. We're just about done with it. It should go out soon, but we're just playing through with the author's blessing on that. Kelly, you got anything you want to plug out there?
No, nothing for me, but thank you.
Okay, Jameis, tell us all about your blog.
That's, I've got reviews there of various movies. I've got to watch some more movies and put some more stuff in the can. I've got some in there recently. And no doubt when this goes up on the YouTubes, I think I'll probably post about that as well. Pimp it out.
Em, you got anything?
Nope. Not much
All
going.
right. Well, all of our social links are in the chat right now, but go to BlueMagic, BLUMAGIK.com. There's 14 years worth of podcasting goodness. Yes, much like this, as well as all of our links to Discord channel, Facebook, and YouTube, where all of these eventually get archived too. Guys, thank you very much for playing. Thanks for watching out there. We had a lot of fun with it. Again, Paranormal Wellington. Good night, guys.
Hey, thank you.